So this is the wiring harness I used from Easy Wiring, and I kind of just fitted my AC so I could work out where my brackets were going and things, and I was doing some work on my interior, and as you see, it's coming along quite nicely. Hi, so I'm working on my monster car build, and the whole roof was rotted out around the edges. So I, in the previous videos, you saw me grind out the rust, cut it out, and then I made patches and welded in a major patch. Well, I've spot welded it in the gutter, and I've ground it down. And now I'm going to use a Kevlar filler, and I'm going to mix a little bit of polyester resin in it to thin it out a little bit, so that it lays down in the gutter really well and just sinks up underneath the edges. And I'll just seal in the welded areas and the gutter and get that sealed, and then it'll be ready for body filler. So I wire wheeled it all. Well, I osfoed it about a week ago, and then I just wired wheeled it all. I gave it a rough grind down about a week ago when I welded it, and I just wire wheeled it all again, and then I ground it all, blew it out with air line, wire wheeled it, and sanded it with 60 grit, and feathered off the grinding, and then I just went over it with thinners to clean it really good. And now I get my Kevlar filler and fill it. I've just done this one on this side. That's the sanding dust from the other side. I'll blow it out. But as you can see, it's all sealed now, so it's ready for the final filling after I give that a quick sand down, and it should last pretty long. Hey, this small strip is basically the only thing I kept of the car and this outside stalk here. I cut it off along the edge here, and I cut it off along the edge here. So I just kept that still. Anyway, I've already gone through how I've built up an I-beam in here with 1/8 inch plate inside and outside, 1.5 by 1.5 by 1/8 by Angolan on the inside. So this is just one big girder underneath here now. But I've welded it to here, and I'm going to put some Kevlar glass filler in here, and that'll be nice and strong. And then I'll put some seam sealer along this seal on the inside, and Bob's your uncle, as they say. In the past, someone had bondoed up the rear door handles, but they had literally put like tin foil over it and put masses of Bondo on it, and it was all cracked, and the shape was terrible. So anyway, I pulled all that out, cleaned it all up, and then my intention is to weld nice solid patches in there, which is what you'll see I'm doing. Right, in the, so how they blocked off the rear door handles is they just stuck a bit of aluminum on top of it and put just regular Bondo on top of it, and so it not only is it a terrible way to fix something, it caused it to bulge out a lot. So I took the I ground down this side, and it had some rusty holes around here, so I welded those up and cut the inside of the door handle out, and so yeah, the patch was stuck over here. So now I'll weld the patch up in here, and it'll be welded, and I'll use some of this carbon fiber short strand Evercoat glass filler, which is really strong, and which is what I do on all my initial welded patches before I use the Evercoat Gold filler to do a thin skim. But I mean, it is not the best repairs in the world, but it's going to be pretty strong. Damn sight better than how it was. As you can see, I've welded in some patches there. One of the things that's really important, or at least I think it's really important, is cleanliness. It's I've talked about how before you start even working on the panel, you just clean the hell out of it like it's never been cleaned before. And you know, you degrease it and this, that, and next thing. I don't know if you've noticed, but whenever you go into your buddy's body shop or whatever, all the guys are standing around the cars and they're leaning on it with their hands and they're eating their sandwiches and this, that, and next thing. And you know, all those fingerprints and stuff come back to haunt you later. You know, the filler peels off, the paint peels off, there's reactions on the paint. So I'm a little bit OCD about how I keep everything really meticulously clean when I'm working on it, and that will solve you a lot of problems down the road. It's a very good habit to get into, I think. I'm quite happy with how these repairs came out. It looks really good and it's really strong, just what I wanted. So it's coming along really good. If you had seen some of these body molding sections bits when I first took them off, you would have thought they were beyond any form of help. I mean, they were in such bad condition. I actually ended up sanding probably a 1/16 to nearly an 1/8 of an inch off some of these, just to get 90% of the pivot pitted out of them, and then I kept sanding them smoother and smoother, and then finally buffed them, and the end result was they looked really good. Now this hood ornament, I could only go so far because they were in really bad condition, and I ended up actually having them powder coated, and they served their purpose quite well. Again, with these, you can't really tell from the photographs, but the condition of these were terrible. I mean, I would have normally thrown them away, but on this particular car, I can't get any parts for them, or very hard, and incredibly expensive to get little bits like this. It's ridiculous. So I just sanded them down and went finer and finer, polished them, and they actually came up looking really good. Metal welded in repair that I did around the back window, which was all rusted away. I've done a 1.5 inch tubing supported underneath as a frame around the outside, and then 16 gauge metal to do the patch. So yeah, I've had to get creative on this one, but at least this will be a strong repair, and by the time it's got glass in it and stuff, yeah, it should be pretty good. Right, so this is around the back window. So I've already done videos of the frame and the welded metal, and now I've put the glass filler on, Kevlar and fiberglass strengthened. So now it's ready for the final filler, but I'm very pleased with it. The gap around the bottom of the window, as long as it's nice and even and strong, I'll seam seal that, paintable seam sealer, and it should look fine. I've completed another major stage, which is all the glass work is done. Obviously the fabrication of the car is done, all the welding was done, all the grinding, and now I've glassed in all the repairs to seal the welds, etc. And all that's done. So now all there's left to do is to DA the whole car and apply some filler to get the fine adjustment of the bodywork, and then epoxy, prime, and block it out and do the final filler in, and final primer, block sand it and paint it silver. So it's going to be in primer sometime next week, and then I'll do the final bodywork. So I'm going ahead and mixing up my filler and doing my first kind of major filling of my welds and the gaps and stuff, and getting the car closer to doing my final bodywork, which will require me to do some major DAing, and then I'll get to my higher quality filler for doing the more finesse side of things. Anyway, I hope it's inspiring people to work on their cars and giving some people a little bit of inspiration. I know I'm not the best body guy in the world, but at least I make it fun and show people who aren't experts that it can be done with fairly good results. This is the first layer of filler, just basically block sanded down. So I'm really happy with that for my first layer. It's pretty good. So I'll fill the low spots and block sand it, and it should be good. Maybe a couple of little things. I'd forgotten that I had a little bit of repair to do, well actually quite a big repair to do at the bottom of the driver's door. I had done the other doors, and it's kind of a pain because I'm on the final stretch, but I'll weld up these holes today, rust treat them on the inside, and then hopefully I won't get any issues with those in the future, or at least not for a very long time. I've cut out where I'm going to make some patches. I've wire wheeled what's on the inside and rust treated it. So I'll weld in some patches, cut and weld in some patches. Right, so there's the metal patch. So I'm just about to weld it in. So I've just stitched weld that patch in there, and I don't want to get much heat on it, so I got my airline so I can keep it cool, and I'll stitch weld this one in now and come back to this one. But as you can see, it's going to work out quite well. It's actually not a bad idea to have a little gap in between it. It fuses better, and like I said, not a bad thing. Anyway, I get that welded in and ground down, and a little bit lower than the surface. Get a little bit of Bondo on there, a little bit of filler on there, and it'll be good. And with my airline, I've now started using the airline through my paint filters, so that there's no oil or moisture come through here. Because now that it's at this stage, you do not want any mist of oily water getting anywhere near the car. So good thing to think about when you're doing body work. You've got to keep it like a clean room from the point of view of oil. This is the patch in the door, totally welded in. Not the greatest welding in the world, which I keep saying, but I think it's good enough. And I'll grind that down, spot weld any little holes which turn up, and then give it some fiberglass filler before I do the fine filler on the top. That's the patch complete, and I'll get some fiberglass filler on there before I do my final filler, and I think that will last a good long time. It's definitely really strong. I've welded in my patches on the door, and now I'll do my glass filler. Seals up the welds and makes it more watertight, and I'll also treat the inside of it. But now there isn't one hole in this car which hasn't been welded up. So it might not be seamer quality work, but I'm happy with it. Where this seam was, there was like half an inch of Bondo there. They'd done the Bondo like from here down to here. Now there's some holes in this seam, but I'm not going to weld them because I do need to cover the seam up. It was originally seam sealed and spot welded, and so I do need to put some Bondo glass, well not some filler glass there, and that should deal with these holes quite nicely. So I'm not too concerned about it, and I'll osfer it from the inside and under seal it. So seeing as I do need to put a decent amount of filler in there to seal that seam up, I don't think I'll have any problems with it. I appreciate everybody who's been watching my videos and the nice comments, and hope you all have a great day.